So I tweeted a story from The Blaze, I think it was on Friday or Saturday. Hollywood actor tweets in support of gun control, accidentally admits to breaking California law. There were many ways I could go with that story on Twitter, but it was about Ashton Kutcher, and I decided to go a different way. So I started a thread with him, and it was quite interesting to watch, especially the way it ended. I tweeted, no disrespect, Ashton. As you stated, guns are not for hunting or simply to protect your home. And for those who say you can't fight the U.S. government, see Afghanistan. Plus, school violence is down by 33% since 1993. Gun homicides are down by 49%. Gun crime is down by 75%. He responds, more lives are lost in 7 weeks in the U.S. to guns than 7 years in the Iraq War. Let's make this about data, Glenn. Okay, well, I did in the last one, but I didn't get hostile. I said, okay, let's. Now, first of all, Stu, would you please try to find any verification more lives are lost in 7 weeks in the U.S. than guns in 7 years? Because I cannot find anything close to that.
Yeah,
stat.
I mean, again, that's eliminating one entire side of the war, right? Like if you're saying, I guess he's assuming U.S. troops, right?
No, I looked it up, even U.S. troops. It's not accurate.
Let me look at it.
You look at it. Okay, so he said, let's make this about data. I wrote back, okay, let's. 10 people a day die in a pool in the U.S. 75% of those are children. We could eliminate almost all pools. Yes, the very rich criminal may still get their hands on an indoor, in-ground illegal pool, but at a much lower rate than illegal guns. Also, suicide was the second leading cause of death among individuals between the ages of 10 and 34, and the fourth leading cause of death among individuals between the ages of 35 and 54. There were more than twice as many suicides, 44,965 in the United States, as there were homicides, 19,362. The reason why I brought this up, I'm missing one of the tweets, is because I said you're conflating numbers here. Also, overdose deaths from opioids, include prescription opioids and heroin, have increased by more than 5 times since 1999. Overdoses involving opioids have killed more than 42,000 people in 2016 alone. Remember, homicides are down 19,362. We also keep hearing about the shootings, when the truth is a kid is safer in school today than in 1990.
Much, much, much safer. By the way, I was in school in 1990. So I was actually 4 times as likely to be killed in a school shooting than kids are going to go to school today. That is impossible to believe. But It is absolutely true. The only difference really is, just to make a quick point here, is that now we're talking about big media events, right? Now it's one kid shooting 13 people at a school, right? And that obviously turns into media celebrity type of event, which again, I argue is a huge driver of this stuff. If the media would stop talking about it, and we've stopped, we do not talk about their manifestos, except for very brief mentions if there's something vital. We never say their names. We don't go into all their reasoning because that gives them what they want. But beyond that, I mean, 4 times is safe. Back then, it was people picking off each other one by one. It was spread over a much larger amount of the schools. I mean, it happened a lot more commonly because it wasn't necessarily these mass shooting events. They're scary, but they're built for media consumption, and that is a huge driver of this stuff.
So you're 4 times safer in school today than you were in 1990. And I wrote to Ashton, unless MS-13 is around, they kill 4 times as many people than mass shooters, and yet Google MS-13. You will mainly find stories that are anti-Trump. By the way, MS-13 guns are illegal. Then he writes back and says, I'm not isolating the argument to mass shootings. Great, neither am I. All gun-related death and violence down dramatically since 1990. If we want to make a difference, we should join forces to help those in places like Chicago, where strict gun laws haven't helped at all. How can we together stop the killing in Chicago? Then the last tweet is, on another note, I have great respect for the work you do on sex trafficking. I raised money to start Operation Underground Railroad as well as the Nazarene Fund to free slaves in the Middle East. We may disagree on many things, but not on the value of freedom and human life. After that tweet, others got involved, and the tone by the end had completely changed.
Why don't you tell us what his response? What do you mean others got involved?
Did I miss one of his responses?
I don't know.
That was his response.
So wait, so he came out and
Said,
tried
"Let's keep
3
it
or
a-"
4 points.
Yes.
Failed on all of them, and then just stopped responding.
Yes.
That was the approach to the conversation.
Yes.
Was he playing his character from that '70s show?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure.